Okay, if I can have everybody's attention, please. Just a... Pardon me? Woodie Cockrum, where are you? There he is. Okay, can I have some quiet, please? First, just a brief history. Back in 1990, in recognition of Saul Lipkin's then 70-plus years in the shuffleboard business, we named an award for him in recognition of people that have made extraordinary contributions to the advancement of shuffleboard. First winners, very appropriately, were George and Donna Wilbur. All the folks you see up here are also previous Saul Lipkin Award winners, and tonight we're here to honor Woodie Cockrum. As most of you know, Missouri has become a real hotbed for shuffleboard in recent years, and to a man and to a woman from Missouri players, that they all feel like Woodie Cockrum is kind of the father of shuffleboard in that state. So we'd like to open up the microphone first to Mark Gray, who's the president of the Missouri Shuffleboard Association, and then anybody else who would like to make a comment is welcome to join. Come on up, Mark.
Wow, what an honor this is. Woodie Cockrum, as John said, is the father of shuffleboard in the state of Missouri. He was the very first Hall of Famer in the state of Missouri. When Woodie Cockrum got to the state of Missouri, he realized one thing. People aren't playing this game exactly the way it's played across the U.S. So he had to do a little bit of changing. Picture yourself going into a small town in the state of Missouri, and I'm talking about in some of these southern towns where nobody knows you, and you got to go in there to these people that you don't know and they don't know you, and try to tell them, hey, you people are doing this all wrong. I don't know how he kept from getting running out of town. I guarantee you that's not an easy thing to do. But in Woodie's own way, he got her done. And he did a great job. And since they changed the rules and started playing like, I mean, I heard John McDermott earlier mention about a standardized set of rules for everybody. Well, there's a reason for that. So we don't have to do as much work as Woodie Cockrum has done to get everybody on the same page. And I think he deserves a big round of applause for that. Woodie Cockrum organized was on the ground floor of the MSPA, which it's my understanding, and I only found this out about 2 years ago, that not every state has a great organization like the Missouri Players Association. We have funding. As a matter of fact, I think we're somewhere around maybe $4,000 in the bank right now to fund our state championship tournaments, as well as any inductees into the Hall of Fame, which is a great thing to have. And Woodie was the one that pretty much founded that organization. I just cannot say enough things about Woodie Cockrum. And Woodie, I love you, and the rest of Missouri, and I'm sure everybody in this room loves what you've done for shuffleboard, not only in the state of Missouri, but across the nation. I appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Mark told me he was a little nervous about doing this, but I think he did a hell of a job. If that's nervous, Charlie, would you like to come up and say a few words, or anybody else? Well, that's okay. Well, Kathy will tell you that there's a lot of people in here that aren't very good listeners, so. Absolutely. Woodie Cockrum Jr.
First of all, I'd like to say, let's all stand up and give that man right there a round of ovation, because he deserves it. is a shuffleboard player right there. That's my daddy. And I'm gonna tell you something else. There was times when I was a little boy, that we had no money. My dad worked for Mission Linen Supply. We ran out of money. Dad tell my mama, he'd say, well, Gene, I'm gonna go out for a little while and make us some money. Him and Jolene, they'd team up. They'd go out, or you know, they'd come back with $50 or $60 every night. They'll pay for our food and our rent. Well, like five. But I'm gonna tell you something. I've been, you know, you can't say enough. I've been to these tournaments. I've been everywhere. But when it comes to shuffleboard, it's an honor. It's an honor to be the son of that man right there. And I appreciate you giving me a little bit of time to say that. Give me that hug.
Anybody else? Well, we're certainly not getting out of here without Jolene saying something, because she is never at a loss for words. This is Woodie's sister, for those of you who don't know it. And yes, you're on the spot. You don't have a shy bone in your body, darling. Come on up here. There we go. It's a cordless one. You're all out of excuses.
Well, Woodie got me into this game myself, and I really appreciate it. It's something that you can do as long as you live, as long as you're able to get around, which I'm hardly able now. We're so proud of Woodie, and he's waited so long for this. Okay. I can sing, but I can't sing with a microphone in front of me.
You know, Woodie, I'm probably one of the young kids on the block. I didn't come down and get my butt kicked like everybody does for the last 14, 15 years. I live up in the Northwest. I live up there with people like Darryl, Doug Buell, a lot of these great guys. But everything I've ever read over the years in the board talk, when these people, I always saw your name out there. And I wanted to be able to do things like you do, with the integrity that I've read about that you have. And I can only say, God bless you. You deserve this as much as anybody ever has.
Hey, anybody else? Well, I got a note from George and Donna Wilbur. They really wanted to be here. They're both doing well in spite of just an incredible number of health challenges they've had over the years. Donna's cancer is being pretty well managed right now, but she has developed gout, and anybody who's ever had any experience with that knows that it's brutally painful, and they really wanted to be here, but they wanted to thank Woodie personally and salute him and let him know that they're honored to be in the same company, and also to thank him for the many, many, many subscriptions to the board talk that he secured for them over the years. So we have no other speakers. I want to read this and then turn the mic over to Woodie for a moment. And this, oh man, I need my bifocals. I've been putting them off for a few years, but I have to glance over the top of this. It says, Woodie Cockrum, one of our sport's greatest ambassadors, whose promotional efforts have always been done for the good of the game, not for personal gain or acknowledgement. Your efforts have helped Shuffleboard to thrive in Missouri, which has become a leader within the Shuffleboard community. You have been a role model for your fellow players and have influenced our game on many levels. The integrity and sportsmanship with which you have done so puts you in a small group of the most respected players in our sport, In recognition of your efforts as a teacher and promoter, we proudly present the Saul Lipkin Award in recognition of your extraordinary contributions to the advancement of our sport, October 31st, 2008. Let's give him a hand.
Well, number one, this is quite an honor. And I've done a lot for Shuffleboard, as everybody knows. But this is one of the greatest honors to join this group of men right here that you could ever have. I mean, I know every one of you would like to be in my spot right now. And all of my family's here. Last Sunday, I turned 83 years old. And I'm the senior of all my junior brothers and sisters are all here. Every one of them. I got 2 brothers and a sister, and some kids, and I don't know. They're all from Memphis, Michigan. My goodness, I don't know where all from. Oregon, California. We got a crew here. If they could all play shuffleboard, we could have a lot of fun. This is my daughter here taking the pictures. The only daughter I got, and that crazy one here, that was one of my sons. I've got 3 others that not quite flowers. But anyway, this is really quite an honor to be able to join this group of men right here. Thank you very much.